for holding this hearing. And thank you, Admiral Caudle, for meeting with me this week. We had such a great conversation. And I thank you for your lifetime of service, for your family's lifetime of service, your willingness to continue to serve our country. And you brought up the great work of Task Force 59 just a few minutes ago, and I just have to mention that I was able to visit Task Force 59 when I was in Bahrain a few years ago along the Fifth Fleet. They are doing amazing things to map, protect our waterways, and I look forward to seeing all the developments they bring to us. But I'm going to move on to Fallon and what we talked about, Fallon Naval Air Station and its modernization. Because as we talked about in our meeting, Nevada is proud to host Naval Air Station Fallon. It's home to Top Gun and our nation's premier carrier air wing and SEAL training centers. And I was also corrected by a Marine earlier this week who said, don't forget to talk about the Marines that train there too. So the Nevada delegation worked closely with the Navy, federal agencies, tribal governments, local stakeholders for years to secure the Fallon Range Training Complex modernization in the FY23 NDAA. It expands our range by over 600,000 acres to meet critical national security training needs. And so now the Navy's moving forward with modernization. I, again, want to underscore the importance of fully meeting the legal requirements that grazing permit holders will no longer be able to use this land, that they receive their full and complete compensation for a lifetime of losses. And unfortunately, the initial payment offers to the ranchers on the B-16 range have fallen well below their expectations and estimated value. Appraisals must not only consider land value, but also FSA loans, groundwater access, and a lifetime worth of lost business itself. Permit holders' grazing losses should be treated as a complete loss, not a buyout. This means, for example, valuing heads of cattle at the full market rate over time. So, Admiral Caudle, if confirmed, will you commit to reviewing, reassessing the Navy's payment offers on the latest input that the team in Northern Nevada has received from many departments to ensure that the permittees are making whole and that we calculate this value over time?
Well, Senator Rosen, thank you for our office call. And Fallon is another national treasure. I get out there at least once a year, if not more often. They do certify our air combat and strike fighters to the world-class fighters that they are. In fact, I've had several of the Air Warfare Development Center commanders have worked for me, so I have a little touch of an imprint out there. What I committed to you in the office, and I will again here, is a transparency in this process. I'm fully committed to that. I want to understand I'll call it the algorithm by which the compensation is being reviewed. I will work with my team, if confirmed, to make sure I work with your team and get out there and talk with people if necessary to make sure that we compensate this in accordance with the regulation, rules, and law to the best of my ability if I'm confirmed.
Well, I'm hoping that you'll commit. We'll just schedule a meeting with maybe my team, some of the impacted stakeholders, and they can speak for themselves, bring you up to speed as we embark on this journey.
Thank you. I commit to that.
Perfect. Thank you. Fallon Housing, we talked about the remoteness of Naval Air Station Fallon. It's a major asset. It provides all the training range that space needed to ensure the fleet is deployable and operationally ready. It's been designated as a remote duty installation since 1989, and a lot of quality of life challenges as many folks have to live in Reno or Carson City, well over an hour away. And it's actually the only naval base in the continental U.S. designated with a critical housing shortage. And so it's really, really challenging as you're going to grow, expand the range, and you need not only military housing, but civilian housing as well. We know that you're going to enter into a public-private venture to build 172 new homes in Fallon, but we need more infrastructure, water treatment plants, and other things. And so will you commit on updating me with the status of this project? And also, in order for all of us to go forward, we have to talk about infrastructure like the wastewater treatment plant, and hoping we could schedule a meeting to discuss that as well.
Senator, yes, I commit to all of that.
Thank you. Growing, you have to have all the pieces and parts in order to grow. And so we just have to continue to keep pace with the infrastructure. And the last thing I'm going to get in quickly, we talked about the Sheckler Reserve outside the Fallon Naval Air Station. It's experienced frequent flooding over the past decade. It floods our B-16 range, and it renders training. It just can't happen when it's flooded. And so the Bureau of Reclamation owns the reservoir, but the flooding's on the Navy base. And so again, I think it's just a meeting of the minds to try to get this done, because when it floods, and we've seen flash floods in Texas and other places, Nevada's prone to that, we have to get this done so people can complete their training and their mission, and I hope you'll commit to meeting with me.
Thank you, Senator. I will. I'll find out who owns this. Everything's about ownership.
We're going to figure that out,
And
get
we'll
it
figure
done.
it out. I
Thank
commit to
you.
it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Senator Rosen. This concludes today's hearing. I want to thank our witness for his testimony. For the information of members, questions for the record will be due to the committee by 12 noon tomorrow, Friday, July 25th, and we are adjourned.
Thank you.